Are you feeling overwhelmed by your nonfiction book project? You thought it would be easy. You're the expert on the topic, and when you sat down, you thought the words would just flow. And in some ways, they have. But then you became lost. The direction of the book, where should you focus? How deep should you go in on a topic? Well, you're not alone, and here's the good news. The thing that can help you is a solid outline, which can simplify your entire writing process. So in today's episode of Your Path to Publish, I'm going to show you how to create a nonfiction book outline that keeps you focused, eliminates writer's block, and helps you write a more engaging, impactful book. This is Your Path to Publish. I'm your host, Zach Christensen. For the past decade, our team has guided authors just like you to find the best path to publish your book, get people excited to buy it even before it launches, and to turn it into the ultimate business card to build your business and your legacy. If you are ready to get your book out of your head and into people's hands, you're in the right place. Let's dive in. Growing up and doing different writing projects in school, I always thought an outline was completely pointless. I didn't want to do it. I just wanted to jump in and write the paper. Sometimes it worked well, sometimes it didn't. But after being in the publishing industry over the past decade, I've learned how incredibly helpful and insightful a book outline can be. As I've been working on my own book, I've realized that the outline has been giving me direction. It's identified gaps in my thinking and the journey that I want the reader to go on. And up until I created the outline, I wasn't really clear on what was going to be the standout piece of the book I wanted to write. So today I want to help you build that same foundation for your book. Having a clear outline will act as a roadmap to help you know where you want to go as the writer, but also the journey that the reader is going on. It'll help you to maintain focus on your book's core message. It's really easy to go down rabbit holes when you're just writing. And the outline gives you guardrails of the main points that you want to make in each chapter and how to illustrate that, what stories to bring in, and to identify where you might have content gaps as you go through the writing process. So really, it's not just about organizing your ideas. That's the power of the nonfiction book outline. But it's about writing a book that flows naturally and will resonate with your readers because they'll be at the forefront of your mind. As much as I'd like to say that there's the one perfect way to do the outline of your book, it really depends on you. There's no one-size-fits-all approach to outlining. So choose the method that fits your thinking style. And here's 3 potential options for you. First is the traditional chapter outline. This is where you list each chapter in order with the key points for each section, and you may get as detailed, which can be helpful, of going into each header and what information will be included in that, including the stories that you plan to bring in to illustrate your key points. This is great for logical and structured thinkers. Next is the mind map outline. This is using some type of visual to represent your ideas and then branching those ideas off from the main topic of your book. I've seen this done with Post-it notes, done with whiteboards, done with pieces of paper on the floor. There's lots of different ways to approach this. This is perfect for visual learners and big picture thinkers. And then third is a visual storyboard outline. This is using index cards or digital index cards to visualize the sequence of your chapter. This is ideal for narrative nonfiction or complex structures where you need to take individuals down a particular path and build out where you want them to go. Now, you don't just need to choose one of these. You can do a mixture of all of them. They each provide different insights onto how you're structuring the outline for your book. Now let's break down how to actually create your nonfiction outline step by step. So first, you're going to identify your main idea. What's the central message of your book? When someone reads your book, what do you want them to do next? What do you want them to feel? And what do you want them to be thinking? Your main idea should solve the problem or offer a unique insight that's related to what they're looking for. This main idea is really your book's elevator pitch. After that, you brainstorm chapter ideas. List out all the potential chapters and subtopics that you can put into the book. Don't worry about the order yet. Just get the ideas out onto paper. Number 3 is to develop chapter summaries. Write 2 to 3 sentences summarizing the main point of each chapter. You can identify the key arguments, the stories, or the examples you'll include underneath each of those. But think about your reader. If they read this chapter, what is it that they will take away from this? Number 4 is to organize your research. Gather all the quotes, the stats, the other references, and anything else that's going to enhance your book. And take that research and align it with the chapters where it's going to fit best and add credibility to the point and solution that you're presenting. And then finally, revise your outline as you begin to write. You need to stay flexible. As I've been writing my book, I've realized what the main theme is with greater clarity on my book. I've noticed how the chapters will be strung together, what phrases and words I want to use to maintain consistency throughout the book. It's a lot of fun. So as you write, new ideas will come. Let your outline evolve with your manuscript. Now here's a few common mistakes to avoid when you're outlining. Don't overcomplicate it. Sometimes I think we can use the outline as an excuse to prevent ourselves from writing because you don't know every step of the way. As you get into the writing process, those gaps will fill in more naturally. Next is ignoring your target audience. Always write with your readers in mind. Think about what's in it for them. What do you want them to take away from this? That will keep you focused on the information that's going to be the most relevant. Now, when you're doing your first rough draft, you tend to want to write just whatever comes to mind, just to get it out on paper. And then you can remove it as needed in subsequent rounds of revision. And then the final common mistake to avoid is failing to revise the outline. Be open to adjusting your outline as your book evolves and as you get others' feedback about the direction of the book through your outline. As you get your outline set, it'll be then time to transition from outlining to the writing. To make that transition as smooth as possible, set some writing goals. Set daily or weekly word count targets that you can work on each day and stay consistent. Small, consistent steps will lead to the results that you're striving for. And then stay flexible. Let new ideas shape your manuscript while keeping your core message intact. So if you've been stuck trying to organize your thoughts, now's the time to create your roadmap. Choose an outline method that works for you, identify your main idea, and start mapping out your chapters today. You'll be amazed at how much easier the writing process becomes. I'd love to hear what outlining method you're going to try. Tag Juxtabook on any of our social platforms or check out our community at juxtabook.com/community. Jump on in and share your current outline to get feedback from those in the community. On next week's episode, we're going to talk about hybrid publishing. Is it a new trend or is it buyer beware? Thank you for listening today. Go out there, dust off your manuscript, turn it into something that will have an impact, grow your income and your influence.